This is pretty much going to be the start of what my Valheim build has been. This is a farm that I built away from a lot of stuff out in the meadows on the map. It's all meadows on this thing, a little bit of black forest, but our home base is here. But it's easier to build. This farm over here, it holds, I think, like 500 plus plants. I want to expand it out around this hill or whatever, so I could actually plant its own, rows of carrots and then so on off its own edges. But this is the building that I stayed in as I built this place and stuff, and tons of deer rugs and wolf rugs and blocks and weapons that I've built over the time of exploring this with friends and stuff. And a big pile of money. Woohoo! Now let's go to the portal room. It'll take a little bit to get there. Now this is an updated version of the original portal room that I actually had. So this is all stone and iron, black wood and stuff, but plenty of room to make more portals all the way around. Go downstairs. There's a little bit of portals, nothing much, but this goes to our dock. Our dock here with our two ships. We have a third somewhere else, but that's what we have for. It's fairly big, simple, nothing crazy. Go over here. That's very angry little pig. This is one of the original builds, not my build, but one of the friends on the server built this, and I just put a fence around it so it wouldn't be hopefully messed with if there's raids or anything and stuff. So yeah, it's just one of those things. And go to one of the other builds. I didn't build this one at all. I didn't help or anything contribute to this one. This is my in-laws build and stuff. Just a longhouse, Viking longhouse. Neat build with his little twist on it. Stuff. Kind of skimming over this because it's got a lot to cover, but it's really beautiful. There used to be a big old pen right here for all our wolves and honey and stuff that we did, and then there was a big fence around here, and I've cleared it all out and stuff because the raids aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. But that build right there is, I don't know, I think it's pretty nice. Whatever, we put the oak tree in and put that I don't remember what the tree's called. But I did the gardening, so I'm wrong. I did do something. I did the gardening. He had an idea, but I did it while he was gone. A beech tree, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that's in-laws build. That's build, but this all started originally like 600 and something hours ago, days, times, whatever you want to put that into. But original build started right here. Just a little hut all by myself, and then playing with friends and stuff, it blew out to be way bigger. But yeah, this used to be the original crafting, food, everything build right here, and it's just, I've completely wiped it out and just put in the portal room. The portal room used to be right here. Used to be a big hole. It was going to be originally my house, and I wanted to have more space, and we were doing a lot of traveling through portals, so it became a portal room. It was a big circle building, 3-4 stories. Never fully completed it because it didn't have iron at the time, so it didn't have a full roof, so I lost interest in it. Pretty simple. And so yeah, that's the new portal room. I think it looks pretty cool. It goes along with the new build on on this thing. So, you know, we'll go through here, like if we're gonna enter the facility. There's a lot of gates in here, and I'll show. And so I put these around the walls. Hopefully they'll help out. And go to the stones where you first spawn at. So we got all the stones in here. We haven't beat the last boss yet. Right here, the new one. But kind of had a thought, like if I had more friends that played on here, I could have them kind of spawn out to their own builds off of here on any island that they'd like to, and then they can put their main portal right here, so when you need powers or you need to come here to do stuff or whatever it is, we all gather to go fight a beast or a boss or something. We could all come through the portals. It'd be kind of neat in my mind. So we got one person right here, that's Jeff's portal, and apparently one of my other portals have been broken, and it's not good because I don't remember what that portal is at all. Interesting. Where is it's miscellaneous? So that's not good. I don't know what that portal is, and I wish, because I built all this and I have the stones up top. Watch, check this out. It's a pretty neat view you get. But I got these all locked in with my build. These wards all the way around the circle. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's pretty neat looking, but it doesn't keep nothing out. Like, I don't mind these guys being here. They could be a pain, but they attack this stuff, and it just, I have to constantly go back and build stuff because, and I have to have building tables there. So, like, within this wall, there is certain, like, building things to actually repair the wall as I have to go do repairs, so I don't have to carry this stuff all the time. It's kind of a bummer that you always have to carry every single piece of crafting table, because like one for the metal, one for the stone, one for regular stuff, and it's way too much. You should be able to put like a ward down, and depending on your crafting table level in that zone, it should cover everything, or be able to put something span over the top, but it just does not. But we got spikes. Spikes everywhere. Those aren't gonna ever, nothing's gonna come and attack that, but it's for a look. But you can see kind of how massive this build is. I mean, it's not the biggest one on the game. It's not the most creative build or anything like that, but it is a, I don't know, it's my build, and you know, I've had little help here, but a good, I'd say 99% of it, it's all been me on my off time and stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna jump up here real quick to show you like the overlook of what this looks like in the courtyard, because it's I like it. It looks pretty sweet. And then we'll go through the gate down there and come up through the middle. But this is the courtyard, seeing over the 3 buildings, the 3 different areas to go in with our big oak tree, and you know, little bonfires and other stuff. And it's about to get dark, which is kind of neat because then you get to see all the lighting and stuff and see stuff inside. But it's, let me like pause there for a moment and just kind of slowly pan, I guess. But yeah, we got buildings and stuff, and we'll see each one of those do. You can see the others out there and their distance. It looks pretty neat. So we'll jump down here and go through essentially the front door of this side from the stones. So you'd arrive through your portal from your home or your kingdom or whatever you want to call it, and you'd see this right here. And I'd like to add more decorations or something in here, but at the time this is what it is. It seems ginormous and stuff, excuse me. So you come up, that thing is laying around or whatever. Probably gonna change these blue torches out to the new wisp torches, because they stay on all the time and you don't have to refill them like that. So yeah, that's what this area looks like. I'd like to do more, maybe more of the boss heads on here, and maybe the armors that took us to fight them in stages. Be kind of sweet and stuff. So I don't even know which way to go, left or right. We'll go ahead and go right. This will take you to the kitchen, and this kind of gives you everything you need to cook with. Extra stuff, unnecessary stuff, just for looks. You need to finish decorating this stuff too. It's just one of those things, whatever. But you got your fermenters. You got big chests with foods in it and stuff, and there's healing things all up here. You know, all that wall is just fermenter and storage and stuff. And then you know, a butcher block, and it's kind of useless, but I was able to like stick this piece of wood in here or whatever and get it where I can actually put food on it, so it actually looks like it's being used instead of just some knives and stuff on there. We got the new mortar paste and pastel or whatever, I can't read, but yeah, so I got those on each side of the table because you have to power them. This one doesn't get nothing from them, but that, all this, I need to put lighting in here. I did not realize that, but yeah, lighting needs to come in. Oh, I do have lighting. I don't ever come in here because I'm busy. So that's what normally a butcher block looks like, and I was able to, you know, put food on it by putting this weird thing. And you should be able to put food on it, but for whatever reason, you have to stack something in there to put a piece on. And we got to put a trophy here. We had Yaglith's head on there, which looks really cool, but I haven't got another one yet. But you got the iron cooking station and a nice fire. There'll be more stuff on the wall here. I just haven't fully finished all that stuff. Decoration. I like getting like the main builds up and then going out about what it is. This right here, we had to put it, for whatever reason, this machine, when you run it, I'm guessing because it's refined ether and it's damaging because it's potent or whatever, which I get, makes sense, okay. But this is the refinery machine, so we had to build it inside of a gate so we could actually freaking run the machine without destroying all the work on the buildings. Because again, it wouldn't be a big deal if they had like aerial level up stuff instead of have to carrying all the stuff around. It makes it really pain in the butt to have to fix things or whatever, because then you have to build one here and you have to build one there. There's spots hidden in these buildings. I need to do it in this building, but like they just have crafting stations lifted in the roof where you don't have to worry about removing them if you need to. But we'll walk out that door and it takes you on the outside of the kitchen over here. And this comes to our windmill where we can come in here and put our wheat and all that stuff and process that stuff. Just 3 of them, just so the creatures aren't damaging it and stuff like that. We just put spikes around it, which damage you if you touch them. Makes sense, but yeah. And you got all the windmills out with the fancy lighting and stuff and things like that. We'll go back in the crafting room. We'll go into the crafting room, I should say. Actually, I guess we're gonna go all the way around because something is attacking our building and I don't want it to. Run. That's it. Yeah, it's a great thing. It's not nice of you. And of course I shoot my own building. Horrible parry. But anyways, back to what we were doing. So you come in the crafting room and you know, either way, same thing. So you come in, purple brightens it up, kind of goes with the new crafting table for the magic stuff, things like that. You got a massive wall of storage. Before we had so many boxes, and it was the first boxes, and we just fill them up. And these, you still fill up, but not as bad. And so then you got items on the table that just kind of fill in, make it look like someone's here making weapons and stuff. You know, along with, you know, your shield up there and your weapons and crafting tables and items to make this, you know, the highest level we can. Fire burning, mixer rugs and stuff, but just tons of storage. Never have enough storage, but when I leveled this place, or potentially leveled as much as I possibly can, which I'll explain in another room, but this guy, there used to be dirt here, a dirt hill, and I flattened it, and this skeleton, I think, was like treasure underground, so when I unburied it, I didn't break it, so it glitched and it stayed above ground, just floating at that height. And I thought it'd be pretty neat, instead of grabbing it and taking it away, which if someone ever does, it'll suck, because it'll just be an empty cage, but it's a cool decoration that I know no one else has unless they've actually done the exact same thing on accident or whatever. But you just got a random skeleton in here in the crafting room stuck in a cage, and I don't know anyone else who, you know, I haven't seen anyone else with that. But we'll go upstairs, and upstairs, like most of these buildings are all like hotels in a way, Like they're for anybody who wants to stay here and spawn here, so they don't have to leave and go all the way back to a portal. So that you come into a room that's just kind of generic, and you got the best bed, so you just claim it and throw your extra armor in here. In case you lose yours out in battle, you can spawn and grab your armor and go back. You got 2 big chests and this little one next to your throne. And then I didn't take time to fill in these things because if someone's going to pick it as their room and claim it, then they can decorate it as their own. You know what I mean? I mean, partly lazy on me, not however you want to look at it. But I think it's kind of cool because then you get to put your own little thing on it. It looks like people sit here and drink, got beverages and food. You know, trophies on the wall. Different trophies stand in the corner. See, same thing, generic. You know, same kind of thing on each side, or whatever. I think this is just the crafting building with just the extra room on the top. You can come up to your the balcony while you're waiting for everybody to get together or whatever it is. And then, you know, doors close obviously, but we leave them open so people know they're welcome to be in there whenever they want. Go back downstairs and we'll go back out into the courtyard. And that's the thing, like I try to make as many doors to other places so like it's easy for us not have to, because when I was building this thing it was a pain to get around to anything and everything. So we got all this little hallway, and we're gonna go across to the other side or whatever. Just looks, to me it looks so cool. Just it to me looks like it was meant to be in the game. It's not like too elaborate, not super fancy, but just enough. And so this is the forging room, which obviously nothing's freaking forging at the moment, but we can fire it up just to what do I not have? It's coal probably. Well, this is smelter. That should have been. Is it because I have too much crap on me from killing everything? Probably. Come on. There we go. There we go. A little bit more. Make it look like this place is meant to be burning the whole time. Let's throw a couple more in there. Like that. Yep. So some of that in there. That in there. I just want to show the outside view of this. I know it's kind of useless to show, but I like it. And I'll be back to pick all this crud up later because it drives me nuts leaving all this stuff around here. Really? I know you got more on you, but yeah. I mean, look at this. You got your wall. There's supposed to be some coal in here, but for whatever reason we're out. I mean, I can pick up the stuff, but this is kind of for decoration. But yeah, so you got your working bench. You got a crafting table there. You got things above, all the little shields and armor and other things. A new forging table and stuff. And if you go out, which is, you know, wouldn't know from looking, but you go downstairs and go under, and you can't see it at the moment, but all these are the charcoal kennels, and you just throw a pile of wood in all of them and you start building up all your coal in here so you could run your smelters when you need to smelt and stuff. And that's the plan, is fill this up. Yep, there's someone attacking, of course, and it's inside. But this is a perfect opportunity to take a look. Oh, you can't really see it, all the burners out. Normally, when these things are getting it, you could see the smoke burning up out of the top of these, but I guarantee they're probably just attacking the portal, which is so stupid. Yep, where'd they go? There's no reason. I don't see it. So it had to be... I don't know. Messing up my video though. But yeah, you got this coal burners underneath. This place you forge everything is pretty handy. It's downstairs, so it's easy to go throw wood down there. You don't have to like log it all around. I mean, there's not a big gate to go in there, but you got a door to go in, and you're good to go. You can go in there, protect you. You don't have to worry about nothing messing with you and stuff. But yeah, I guess I didn't give it a good look. But yep, that's where we smelt and do all that. Now we'll go over to here, and like I was talking about earlier, is that like the ground. I leveled a lot of this. I leveled down there and I leveled up here, but the game isn't like Minecraft in a way where you can like level super. You can go all the way down or all the way up. It doesn't almost have. It almost has no limit. Well, this has a limit. No matter how tall the hill is, it has a limit to how far you can dig down, and it messes up a build like this. Like I was hoping to make everything identical, and they're fairly close. Like unless you built it, you're not really going to notice unless you went really nitpicking it. But yeah. So like this ground right here is not purposely, you know, put stone down to this. You just can't mine past that. Can't mine past that area. So like this was like my dead stop, and a lot of this stuff I already had built, and I was not going to shift everything over because of the amount of time it takes. This is a 24-hour server, and I have no dev commands in here to just go in and break stuff and store stuff, so this is all just done in time. And so you come in, and the floor is altered. If you didn't notice from the other one, it doesn't have stairs to go, and it's all flat. So you come up, and this is another storage. It's like our vault in a way. It has like all of our stuff. It's a little clean done. Different capes or whatever those things are called. Things like that. And you come in here to our vault. Gold. And see, this right here is just a big hill that I couldn't chunk out. This is just coins stacked. They are some stacked on top of each other, but it makes it really cool looking. So in a way, it was like a positive that it's like, wow, this looks really cool. It looks like it's just beyond full of gold, but also it's like, oh man, it's like it'd have been nice to have it level and maybe thrown some gold in here. But we have, you know, our normal ambers and rubies and pearls and silver and ore that we can't use yet, and then, you know, silver necklaces and more gold and eggs just because they're more rare and stuff. But it's a neat little place to have. Go in there and close it. These are all just random boxes of stuff filled with stuff, just wood and trophies and all that other stuff. Here's some more of that black crow like you seen at the beginning when we first walked up the first hallway. We walked out from the stones, had the crow, so you'll see these around, and it's kind of like the theme of some of it. Oops, go upstairs. And so this is a little different than the other one. The other one had 2 rooms in it. This one had 1 because of the style downstairs. Because on the other one, you notice there's 2 stairwells that come up on each side of the fireplace. And this one, it's actually, there's 2 on one side to come up. Kind of balance it in my mind. But this also gives, it's just, I made it work for what it was. So this is the room I stay in. You can see I got some armor here, thing in the box, you know, just little stuff here and there. And here, the fish on the wall. And then this has all the trophies in it so far. Things like that. Place to sit around the fire, some tables. Our place where we record all our information. Tons of stuff in here for battle. Hot tub. But yeah, our map is covered in stuff, so pretty important for us to come in and record and let each other know what was going on when a lot of us were playing. Another place over here to overlook. Check it out. Jump over. See all this. Pretty darn neat. So, before we go into the last building, I'd like to show so there's the crows I was talking about, and then I put one of those wisps right in the middle, so at night all you see is that with the light, and it looks like the crows are like in between a glowing floating object or so. I don't know, that's the way it looks like in my head. But yeah, you got them on both entrances that are like this. I kind of had nothing here to do, and it was just a cornered blank wall, and it was kind of weird and awkward, and I was like, I need to put doors there. It just makes it easier when you're out here, instead of trying to run through that building or run through that building, or trying to just get the right jump up and over this, because there used to be only 2 bricks here, but there's the extra. So, and go back out here, and we'll enter in the last. This is our wisp collectors. We got several of them, so it's a lot easier to collect them, and it makes the place look even in my mind on that. So come in here, got the green capes thing, and this is our tavern. This place is real well lit up. Like I said, the other places I still got to work on lighting and some more decorating. It takes me time to kind of get things where I like what it looks like. You can see I kind of go with a color theme when they go in there. Got the green and yellow capes. Got different trophies. Got drinks and food. That table's not supposed to be in here because there's already one upstairs, but it got left. It'll be moved out later. Weapons for looks. I mean, if you want to take it, it don't matter to me, but obviously you should have something better. And again, once again, we have another area for people to stand, to pick rooms, come out and about, and it's a little different than other ones. I don't try to keep them all the same, so if there's a little bit different taste, you can come surely go pick something else. But round table stuff, no chest in front of it, things like that. Go over axe right there. And it's going to be ideally the same, but I think they sit opposite. I think the bed's on that side and the bed's on this side. I think on that building, the beds are identically on the same side, just because I'm like, do something a little different. More fish on the wall. This is just random tossing here, because I wanted to see what they look like after they said we could mount them. But yeah, you can get an idea of what all these little... This is... right here. It's pretty big. It's just, I can't even get it in frame when I try to back out far enough over the hill and stuff. It just does not show how. I mean, the game stops rendering in the building when it gets so far out. So there's another one right there. That piece right there. Get just right. It looks like it's sitting in between them. There's the windmills in the daytime with the fancy metal gate all the way around. Different areas. You can see how much I had to cut out. I tried to level this one out, but behind the buildings I didn't. I left it like that, just so that the creatures don't really get up and whack the building there, because then I don't know. And it's hard to like level or like slightly slope things in here, so that I left this up, and that's just how much I had to cut out. I mean, it's way more from if I cut it actually all the same level as what the stones are, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to build this how it is on it. See, like, oh, that gives you a little bit better perspective. It's pretty darn big. Angry pig. But yeah. Try to get out here. Get a decent look. Oh, there's some coal. I was just attacked before I started doing this. Like, so you can't even see the wall, the far right between the, can't even see the roof of the portal room, because it's already not rendered in for it. And it's like, you can't see it at all. Pig. Oh, stop it. There we go. Oh yeah, see now it's gonna render in. I don't know, it's somewhat a neat building, neat thing. I don't know if I probably went too fast through this, but yeah, it's most part. I mean, these chimneys inside the building work. These ones here, they all work for everything and stuff, so it doesn't get all smelted out. But it is what it is. But yeah, it's pretty neat place. There's still some stuff I want to do, but I just haven't messed with. Oh, I remember. I think that was. I want to say it was Home 4. Oops. I think all lowercase Home 4. Yep. That's where I'm going to build my house at. Right there. I'm not going to go through it because I'm trying to just show this, but it's on the tallest mountain in the game. It's pretty gnarly. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do that. But there it is. Got boats. And everything else. Pretty darn big.